define instructional alignment is that the stronger the match between student learning goals, assessment methods, and teaching strategies is, stronger the learning. In other words, it's imperative that teachers determine what is the intended learning for students, the learning outcomes, what's worth students' effort and their perseverance. Once these outcomes have been identified, the question becomes, how will the teacher and the students know when success has been achieved? Which brings in the whole notion of backward design, starting with the end in mind. If you start with the end in mind, you know where you're trying to get. Finally, how we move the learner from the learning intention to achievement of that intention takes intentional planning. Planning of relevant and worthwhile learning experiences that are facilitated by challenging and effective teaching strategies. The students have to be engaged in ways that make them active learners and active decision makers. So what does this look like in practice for teachers to design instructionally aligned units of learning? We have a group of teachers that you're going to see today that are actually planning a unit of learning focused on health-related fitness. The reason they chose this topic is they really would like students to improve either their health-related or their performance-related fitness. So these teachers are working through the process of designing an instructionally aligned unit of learning. And what they're going to do is they're going to go through a set of learning outcomes, but they're going to plan them one at a time. And so the first learning outcome that they're actually going to work toward is the learning outcome that the students are actually going to be able to do two things. First of all, they're going to be able to assess and analyze their own personal fitness data. In other words, they've already collected the data, now they have to be able to analyze and assess it. The second thing they need to be able to do is plan an effective and enjoyable and a balanced fitness program that they're then going to be able to follow. So while step number 2, while it may sound a little bit repetitive, the whole idea again is that match between the outcome and the assessment. So what's going to happen in this assessment for these students is they're going to be able to take their fitness results, they are going to analyze them, and as a result of analyzing them, they're going to be able to design a fitness program for themselves. They're going to be able to select the activity they want to use. They're going to be able to take the steps to design something that's exciting and challenging for themselves and is a balanced way for them to actually begin to achieve and work towards physical fitness.
Okay.
When we get then to step 3, we have our outcome, we have our assessment, and now we need to be able to move our students from that outcome to the assessment. And so what the teachers will do is they're going to design a set of learning experiences that are facilitated by some effective teaching strategies. We're not going to go through everything these teachers came up with, but we will go through a couple of them for you. The key is the learning experience, in other words, what students will do, and then the teaching strategies, what the teacher will do to facilitate that learning experience. So let me take you through a couple of the examples that these teachers came up with. The first learning experience is actually a set of learning experiences that will take place over a number of lessons. And the whole idea is to provide what you might think of as taster sessions. And these taster sessions are to help students identify activities that might be most appropriate to help them develop their health-related fitness concepts, whether that be muscular endurance, flexibility, cardiovascular. So they would experience activities, whether it's walking, jogging, kickboxing, tai chi, different activities to let them learn about the different principles of health-related fitness.
Okay.
So the second learning experience that the teachers have designed is again a set of learning experiences. The first was focused on health-related fitness. The second one is going to focus on performance-based fitness. And so again, it's going to involve a series of taster sessions where the students are going to experience a number of activities that allow them to work on principles of performance-based fitness, like agility, like power, like reaction time, like coordination. And so the activities that they experience will allow them to understand these different principles. The final learning experience example that the teachers have designed is one where the students are going to be working in small groups, and they're grouped by like activity. So it may be a group interested in aquatics, it may be a group interested in cycling. So for example, the cycling group would work together to first determine what is our fitness level right now in cycling. So they would get their cycling assessment data for their fitness level. They would then analyze it, and they would begin to set goals, so small goals on how they might improve. They then would participate in various activities, remeasure, see where they are in terms of achieving their goals. So they set small steps and try to progress in terms of improving their fitness level. Working in a group allows them to give feedback to each other as well as receive feedback from the teacher. So in conclusion, what should it look like after you've finished designing and delivering instruction? Tell students what you want them to learn, why it's important, and help them understand how it applies to their lives. 2, teach them what you told them they were going to learn and let them practice it in exciting and challenging ways, having the opportunity to be engaged and thoughtful learners. And 3, assess them on what they've been practicing and give them the opportunity to apply it to their daily lives.